I'm getting back into the swing of things. There was that week off, and it threw me with all of that clicking to get us. I've got to go in and out of like 3 or 4 windows when we get rolling here. But we're here Thursday evening, informed opinion. I am Scott Leisure. With me, as always, is the immeasurable and just classy, kick-ass Jackie Selby.
So nice of you to say. Got any cash? Guess what tomorrow is? Cash Friday.
How did we know that we were going to start the podcast off talking about Cash Friday? Because it's important, people.
It is. Use your cash. Teach kids about cash. Go to the ATM, get cash. Pay cash with every little thing.
Yeah, I got to thinking, I was like, maybe we would have like double listeners if people, do you think that tunes people out? Oh, those guys are just going to talk about cash.
I don't know.
I mean, we're just trying to do our part, people. We're not preaching. We're not, trying to make anything off this right now. We're just trying to inform you. And as we've said, it's your opinion, whether you want to listen to us, whether you want to agree with us, whether you want to disagree with us, whether you want to tell us to shove it up our ass or ignore or scroll past.
Oh, dear.
But we're here. It's Thursday. A lot of people ask me, or they tell me to go listen to another podcast. Have you listened to this podcast? Have you listened to that podcast? And I really don't.
Why would we listen to another one? We're too busy putting this one together.
Thank you.
I have a Jackson.
That's why Jackie Selby kicks ass right there.
Thank you. I got a Jackson, 3 Hamiltons, and 3 Washingtons. How much does that equals, kids? Oops. Ow. I don't know what's going on with my hair. Jackson. Or 3 Hamiltons.
But he also looks like Jeffrey Epstein. Jackson does. You'll never look at a $20 bill again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Jeffrey Epstein. I'm telling you right now. If you have a 20 handy, go grab it, look at it, and tell me that you don't see Jeffrey Epstein in that picture.
Oh, that's just terrible.
It's horrible.
It's the lines on his face, I guess, and the length in between there and there.
Yep, it's pretty awesome, though.
Oh, man.
Good week?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? You got a day to figure that out, I guess.
Yeah. It's this whole working full-time thing that's wearing me down, dude. Hey, speaking of wearing me down, guess who's trying to fast track their patent at the patent office?
You are.
No, Microsoft is.
A patent for?
Facial recognition, which we've mentioned before on the program. This will be the most comprehensive facial recognition software that's available. I'm sure the Chinese have a better one. Maybe it is the Chinese version. And they say it's going to be for use in gaming.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And also used to track employees.
Yeah.
Guess who else? Everyone else will be tracked eventually. Cash.
Keep it real,
because
people.
This isn't trackable. Get you some cash and then spend it where you want to spend it without being tracked.
Stay off the grid. Don't be that Susie or that Karen at the Whole Foods buying your kale chips and getting all excited because you're waving your palm to pay. There's consequences to that.
There's also consequences to eating kale chips, but anyway.
Oh, we were going to talk about some food stuff.
Want to?
We can start there. have you ever read this book, Selby?
Which one?
Politically Incorrect Nutrition.
No.
Read this book.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that book for a while, and when you started talking about the food topic, I was like, I might have to break that out.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, really good stuff. Basically, it gives a spin, like there's a couple topics in here, like it gives a spin on eating as a vegetarian, and of course it's at the back. I should have bookmarked it. Vegetarianism, there we go. So it tells you, like, right off the bat, the propaganda is that vegetarians are healthier, that if you want to be healthy, you should eat less meat, but the reality is that it says many vegetarians fall for all of the food industry's propaganda by avoiding meat while consuming, high amounts of low quality carbohydrates, highly processed and chemical laden foods, and unfermented soy, Jackie.
I believe it.
Unfermented soy doesn't digest.
Oh dear.
Yeah. A lot of people think that the Asian diet is based on soy, but it's really not. I mean, they use soy sauce, and soybeans, but a lot of their soy is like fermented, like soy sauce. I don't know. There's a process there.
It's fermented.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
So no tofu.
All right. No tofu.
Okay.
Should I throw away the brick I have in the fridge that I think I bought in 2022?
I'd read the ingredients first. You might still be okay.
Oh man.
What you were bringing up food though, weren't you?
Oh, should we take a sad look at the thing that's called margarine?
Yeah, tell us.
Margarine is one molecule away from a plastic. Now listen, I have people in my family that love margarine because they think it's more healthy, or they used to, you know what I mean? That was the butter was bad. Butter's bad. Butter's bad.
Right.
It really is margarine, and the way they no soy, and certainly don't mix plastic butter with
soy.
Oh man. And
Margarine
soy can be an endocrine disruptor, depending on what form it's in. So okay, margarine is one molecule away from plastic. You know what they have to do to see all these different seed oils to make it in a form that can be squirted into a tub and then you rub it on your toast? Like 5 different processes of heating and cooling and then chemically treating it, and then it's gray and kind of chunky looking, and then they have to spin it again and then add flavoring to it. So margarine is not a natural product. You want to stick to natural things. Butter's better.
Butter's better.
Or ghee. If you don't want the milk fat in it, just get the ghee. Olive oil, stick with that.
We have olive oil, bacon. I save my bacon grease in the fridge, so I use that a lot, and butter. That's it.
Yeah, just ditch the margarine. It's fooling with Mother Nature.
Or mayo. Just use mayo. Mayo is an oil.
I like making my own mayo. That's yummy.
So we attended that University of Colorado State game the other night. Now, Deion Sanders is the big thing here right now. Okay. Our family's had our tickets for quite a long time. So we've been going to CU games for a long time. It was bonkers at an 8:00 kickoff on Saturday night with all day to party, the Colorado State kids, the Colorado kids. It was just the stands were, and it was one of the fullest I've seen that stadium. There was tons of people there, right? He's getting all of this media coverage. All these sports shows are coming here. All these celebs are coming here. Well, our friend was here the other night, Jackie. The Rock.
What?
Yeah, The Rock. I was so close. I'm like, I really should just go down there with my phone because he was right behind the bench.
What was he doing
Hit,
there?
hit record and sit there and be like, don't send The Rock money. And
Oh,
maybe I
I
would have
would
got
have
one of his
loved
like
that.
mean, like his eye look things, you know,
Right.
that would have been cool.
What was he doing there?
Promoting himself.
Oh, just because it was a busy, like energetic place?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what happened to old Deion Sanders' toe and everything?
I think he's got some diabetes. He had to have a couple of his toes taken off.
Two toes amputated, and an orthopedic surgeon explains why. Well, there was an interview with Shannon Sharp while Deion Sanders was having his leg massaged, because I guess the part of the bone had to be removed from his tibula.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right bone, the one on top?
Could be.
Big long scar. And Shannon Sharp's like, wow, that is so gruesome. And he's like, listen, I don't show people my gruesome scars and toes very often, but it was an interview with Shannon Sharp. I should have gotten the link to show you.
Why do people post that shit on like Facebook? Here's what happened to me. I'm in the hospital. Here's my giant scar and all that. Why do people post that on Facebook? Please, Jackie.
Don't know.
Jackie,
Yes.
help, please.
Help.
So, update on the Maui scene.
Have
Okay.
you ever seen a foot without a toe on it? I'm just asking you. Without
Yeah.
a big two toes?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Without a big toe.
Mhm.
It is weird
It's weird looking.
looking. I'm sorry. It was so weird.
It looks
looking. I'm like,
it looks a little primate.
well, it's just strange. Sorry, go ahead.
Are we into nipple November yet? Are we? I'm not wearing my bra.
Nipple November.
Are
my,
you?
my cousin liked me removing my bra on the program last week, but he's the only one to mention it. I took my bra off on the podcast and only one person says anything, and that's my cousin. Come on. Is no one watching this thing?
Jackie's cousin noticed.
Yes. He thought it was funny. He laughed. He said he was rolling on the floor with laughter. His name's Gail. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you, Gail. Thanks for listening,
Yeah.
Gail, and watching.
Yeah, he's a doll.
So currently, as of today, the research I found, which is honestly what we want you to do we want this to stir your brain up. You know,
Yeah.
we want the podcast to stir your brain up, maybe think about things, just get away from things, you know. We do this, you know, every Thursday, 40 minutes. It's just us rolling. We're in mid-roll. We're going to bring you down on some topics as the reality of the world happens. And then we're going to get into better things as the podcast ends and go out heading towards the weekend on a high note. How's that?
Great. I'm ready for the next story.
Okay, so Maui.
Maui. Oh boy. Okay.
Currently 97 dead. Now they were at like 100 and like some. So they're
going backwards?
bringing them back to life. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. And currently there are 31 missing. So at one point there was like 400 people missing and now it's to 31. So that I could see, you know, maybe they didn't have communication. You know, the island didn't have any cell service. Do they have cell service? I don't know. That Eric West, he's still on that Starlink, right? That's how he operates on his phone. No more out of nothing really new. They allow drones. I watched a video the other night. They had, I'll get that up. It was a different dude with a he didn't have quite as cool of a drone. he could go really high and get further out, and you could see more of the damage. But now that they're allowing those guys in there, because I mean, it looked like it was burned down. But I went on Google Maps the other day, and I'll screenshot it and I'll post it. The Google Maps has, if you zoom in, it's all looks like it's destroyed, but you can't really focus on what's going on. It looks kind of enhanced.
Okay.
But if you drop, do you know how you can, do you know on Google Maps, you ever drop the guy in the street and you can, yeah. If you do that, it just goes back in time. It goes back before the fire, the event. Which included fire, but not a wildfire, an event.
No.
Yeah, I'm still digging that. Tracy, we posted some of her links. If you can go subscribe to her, because I sent her a message, Jackie. It'd be cool to have that girl on. Yeah.
Yes, it would. Okay.
So
last week, go ahead.
Follow her, and now follow Jackie. Jackie, follow me.
All right. Remember last week we were talking about the Amos site, the Space Force, and you posted a link and not one person gave it a like. That's because Facebook didn't like what you posted, Tony. Soy. You don't think they're without cell service, do you? You don't think they're without communication capability?
Don't know.
It's right there on the island of Maui. Servicing and looking at space and sending up lasers and sending down lasers. They're not without power. The government wouldn't be without power.
And
HARP, DARPA, all of them involved. They wouldn't be without power.
Well,
they wouldn't be without cell service.
Causing earthquakes, all that good stuff.
I'm just saying. And then the little teeny village there. Anyway, poor Lahaina.
Yeah. We continue to preach on that because we feel that is very important. Be aware. Just don't let it get pushed to the side.
Yeah.
You know, there was the death beam that, you know, the rays that goes back. I had this brought up, but they called it a death ray in the 1920s. People like researching stuff to do that. It's real stuff. It's real stuff that's happening, and it's kind of scary.
It's real stuff. You can Google it.
You can Google it. You can find, you know what's fake out there. If you watch something on Facebook or on whatever, Twitter, X, I'm getting better at that. X. You can tell which ones have been doctored. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Yeah. Anything with Joe Biden has not been doctored. That is that shit can't be made up. Check out this amethyst I got at the gem show. Yeah.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Oh, it's nice. And it was half price, Jackie.
Oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Hey, we've got a full moon coming up, a super moon on the 29th.
Okay. So
in Aries. And you know what that means? Could really get a lot of stuff done, intention wise and so forth. You want to follow a really great astrologer. Her name is Braca Goldsmith.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Okay. We'll post it up, Jackie.
All
You've
right.
got capabilities.
You've got capabilities. Did you like my donkey this morning? I posted a little donkey on there. Wasn't he cute?
Yeah, we have fun on. If you are just listening and you haven't liked, I guess you have to like on Facebook or subscribe on Facebook, whatever, to the Facebook page, Informed Opinion. We try to keep some cool stuff up there. And
Informed Opinion.
Yeah. We've been posting a lot about the Maui. And just things we discuss. Cash. Keep using your cash. It's important to keep cash in circulation. Oh my gosh, before you talk about the Florida water. Cash use is up 7% in the UK. Yeah. Yeah.
From this movement.
Do you think it's us?
I Oh, but it's part of the movement.
It's important. It's just important. How many times can I say important tonight?
They only have how many people? 60 million people live in there, and we have 330 million. So come on.
No, I'm going to make up with the full moon next weekend. I'm going to make up a batch of,
Fresh Florida water.
yep. Mm-hmm.
What are you going to put in it?
Well, it is moonshine and distilled water, and then some citrus, some clove, some cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, throw some cool gemstones in there, some herbs like sage and rosemary, stuff like that.
Herbs, some herbs.
Some herbs.
Mhm.
Peppercorns are good in there too, yeah, just mix it up.
You are quite the metaphysical man.
40 days later after a daily roust, and you're good to go. And then you get
Okay.
this. I'll sell some. Maybe I'll make a double batch and I'll sell some.
You need to.
Yeah, we could do that.
Can we sell our own? We got to make some money off this thing eventually.
Informed Florida water.
you
Informed
go.
water. Yeah. I like it.
What else do we need? T-shirts to say Cash Friday. We need some, we need some revenue on the program.
Let's move that into phase 2. Let's work on
All right.
that. We're starting tonight. We're going to work on that.
Great.
Okay. Did you hear about the $100 million jet that they they found debris?
We found debris. That's all they found?
What they said, Jackie. Why would I doubt them? The weird part, though, after the pilot ejected,
Yeah.
the thing flew for like 60 miles just on its own. And that there are 3 different styles of that F-35. The Marines use, this was one of that the Marines use, and it lands. Brian, my friend Brian will correct me because he's a Marine. God bless your
Okay.
service, my friend. It like a helicopter, so it can land on like an airship.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those. And it has a mechanism where it sounds like you're not in charge of ejecting. It would eject automatically. So I don't know, something went bonkers on it, Jackie.
Uh-oh. Bonkers.
And they've been making these things for like 20 some years. And they sell like the cheap ones that don't do that. They sell those to our allies. Ukraine.
Afghanistan, I'm just saying.
Afghanistan.
What did they say was the problem with the thing?
They just leave those behind, Jackie.
Yeah, they just leave those behind.
Yeah, just leave them behind. Along with, some Americans. But I digress. See, this is where we're going to hit the low point. Talking about the withdrawal from Afghanistan. This is,
all right.
We've hit this. Now, Jackie and I are going to have to bring this out. So maybe we'll skip the discussion on Lauren Boebert.
Oh my gosh, that video. Holy cow. She's getting felt up in the theater.
She's trashy. Jackie.
Did you see the meme with Pee Wee Herman? He says, at least I was in an adult movie theater.
Yeah.
She was right there at the theater. Oh.
But then again, that's blown all over, everywhere. Stuff like Joe Biden's daughter's diary just gets pushed away. Like magic.
Magic.
You out there listening, do your own research. Find the topics that we're talking about and do your own research.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maui, other podcasts, The Rock. Do you know who Ted Gunderson is, Jackie?
Mm-mm.
Ted Gunderson was an FBI agent. He was born right here in scenic Colorado Springs, Colorado. After he retired from the FBI, he set up this private investigation firm out in California. And then like in 1980, he just did some like investigative work, and then he got some like big names stuff. Like he's a little conspiracy guy, right?
All right.
He warned of satanic groups and, had these accusations about there being, child sacrifices in New York, and he just all over the board. I'll post a link about this dude. It's stuff that, he talked about. Let's see.
Was this in the 80s, you say?
Yeah. Uh-huh. The FBI covered up the Oklahoma City bombing, just all over the board. What I'm telling people is he's worth some research, not just a lot of people will just look at that and say he's a kook, he doesn't know what he's talking about, but it's worth a second look. I'll put a link to him up this week. I'm making a mental list.
Wait a minute. I was thinking of General Ben something. He has the whole Oklahoma City bombing thing down.
Huh.
It's on Oklahoma City bombing. What's the video called? General Ben Parkins speaks out about Oklahoma City and Waco on YouTube.
Okay. We've got quite a list of shit we have to post this week, Jackie.
Okay.
But that's good. That means we'll have more information on the Facebook page. I like it.
But people have to go to the Facebook page to get it. It's not going to come up in the algorithm because Google, YouTube, they don't like that stuff.
Yeah. Zuckerberg. Yeah. Check this guy out. This was sent in from a listener. Let's see. Did that come up? Yeah, there we go. Look at this guy. What is going on here? What's going on here, Jackie?
Why is he wearing a breather to ride his bicycle?
I swear to God, this guy was sent. I don't know. I don't know. It's stuff that like this you see when you're out and about, and I've got nothing against the guy. I mean, he's just out living his life, but it just, the questions come up in my head.
Okay, I have a question for this guy.
Yeah.
He's got his whole face covered and he has earbuds in. How's he going to respond if there's like an emergency vehicle or something? You're not supposed to be.
No,
Can't
he's not
see
gonna hear
properly out of that. Probably some peripheral vision reduction. Because of the mask. What is that thing? A breather.
Just
And he's got his ears.
just people joining us on this happy little walk we're taking every day, Jackie, just making us go, what is going on? So migrants are illegal, right? But they call them migrants to make it sound nicer, right?
It's better than illegal alien, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I was
They changed
confused
that
there.
in the lexicon of our yeah.
All right. We've hit that point, Jackie.
Okay, what
What
part are you ready for?
We need to get out the feathers.
Okay.
We need to
Now,
get
Florida
out
water. Where's my feather?
the
Got
gems,
my crystals.
the crystals,
Mhm,
the Florida water, the sage.
mhm. I have
You know what?
the,
Hold on. Before we do that, let me
I have
start.
the
Let me
laser.
watch lasers. Okay, one moment. Let me think of what verse.
This is a beautiful.
I want to bring it
crystal.
up. I got to bring up the Bible, Jackie.
Oh, we got the Bible. All right.
gotta
Here
read a
comes the
verse.
Bible.
Okay, I've got this. I know the verse. I've like front to back. I know exactly what we need to read out of here.
Okay.
This comes. This comes from Ezra.
Okay. Better than Ezra.
Better than Ezra. Ezra 10. While Ezra was praying and confessing, weeping, and throwing himself down before the house of God, a large crowd of Israelites, men, women, and children, gathered around him. They too wept bitterly as they looked upon thy couple across the aisle. They were reminded of the three deadly sins. One, no vaping.
No vaping.
Two, thou shalt not grope in front of thy children.
Oh my gosh.
And three,
He was really getting in there too, wasn't he? Really, really getting in there.
really getting in there. It was like you taking off your bra last week, right in there. Just grab a hold and don't let go. And three, you can't use your phone during, it says it right there. You can't use thy phone during thy performance and use thy recording.
Oh, somebody did though, didn't
Ezra,
they?
Ezra, get
Ezra.
get out your
that
Bible.
section in the Bible.
If you don't have a Bible, there's a ton of them at the thrift store. That's where I got mine. Mm-hmm. All right, Jackie.
Thrift store Bible. That's really good.
That might be the name of my new band. Or I did break out my coolest Buddha.
Oh, right. Pink Buddha on the job.
That might be the name of my new band. Pink Buddha.
Pink Buddha.
Mm-hmm. So Jackie brings us with a prayer. We call it a prayer.
Okay.
It's something to open our minds back up, bring us out of the doldrums that we just went through, talking about the flippin' rock and the death rays and Lauren Boebert. Okay.
And margarine. Do not eat margarine.
Yeah, margarine, soy. Needless to say.
Go to the refrigerator and throw it away. I'm begging you.
Mm-hmm. And you vegetarians aren't doing any good anyhow, so get off it.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Get out your Florida spray.
Loaded, locked.
All right. We're here to build a new world, one that is filled with love, compassion, and understanding of a higher purpose in life.
Yeah. A higher purpose.
Higher purpose. There you go. That's right. Oh man.
So how do we do that? We just wake up and, try to do the next right thing, right?
Yep.
I mean,
use cash all weekend. Buy yourself some
I,
delicious natural foods. Maybe you go to a farmer's market or something. Cook some fresh meals at home. Maybe avoid processed meals for a week.
let me do this. Let me help out the listening audience tonight. I'm going to pay it forward.
Go ahead.
A lot of people do not know that if you go to the self-checkout line, it gives you the option whether you want to be charged for your bags or not be charged for your bags.
At King Soopers.
Kroger, yes. At
Kroger.
Yes. At least Kroger in Colorado, which is mainly our audience. So if you don't feel like you want to pay for that bag or have that clerk charge you for that bag, then just self-checkout. There. That's my public service announcement.
You go, and the self-checkout does accept cash.
Yes.
Put it in the
yes.
little slot.
Except it gives you back the proper change. Now, if you go to like, say, this, if you go to like the coffee shop down the street, although you wouldn't cheat the girl at the coffee shop down the street, not that you wouldn't, but they're always not always the best at giving back proper change. But about 5 times out of 10,
There's
Probably.
a profit to be made. The
there's a
kid
profit.
at Petco just like hands it to me like it's on fire and just drops it in my hand. There's no count back. There's no, okay, thank you or anything. It's just like, here you go.
He knows you've got it down.
Ah, I
You know
love
the
it.
routine.
All right, no margarine, fresh foods, no processed food.
Okay. Let's do
cash.
this. Let's, yeah. And
Oh, the song.
and go out and do something good for people, you know. Just be helpful in the world. Don't steal catalytic converters, you know. Don't drive with expired plates. Don't drive your motorcycle up, you know, what do they call that when they drive it up between?
Split the lane.
I get splitting lanes. I get that safe, but like not on the interstate. Not at 60, 70 miles an hour. It's sad that we need to remind people to do this. Anyhow,
Or
before
not
you
do it.
die, this book, we're about halfway through. I think we've hit about 500 songs that we've.
All right. This is 1001 songs to hear before you die.
Oh my gosh. And I randomly just opened these. And of course, Jackie, what did I do? I opened it up to like one of my least liked songs. No, I would say my least liked song just randomly opened up in this stupid book.
Okay.
The band is Eagles,
Oh boy.
and the song is Hotel California.
Oh God.
It opened right to it. Let's
No.
just get it off the list. The No-Tell Motel California.
Some kid when I was in school had the vinyl and played it over and over and over and over. And I can't even hear the song today without thinking of how much I'd never want to hear that song again.
That would be like corporal punishment. Like that would be like if there was a concentration camp here in scenic Denver and they threw me in it, they would pipe that in to the cell, you know. All right.
All right.
Okay, this one's better. Roxanne by the Police.
Oh, so much better. Wasn't Sting just at Red Rocks?
Yeah, in the last couple nights, maybe last night.
Yeah.
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 Mhm. Yeah. Fields of
Been-
Gold. That's another.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that a few
Mhm.
times. A few times.
I have the pictures to prove it somewhere
I have mental pictures to prove it.
on
Makes-
Facebook.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So another Thursday has passed, another week has passed. We've survived. We've managed to take everything that Jackie and I either Instagram, Facebook, text each other all through the week, shrink it down, and give it to you as a 40-minute podcast about life, about some Gen Xers trying to maneuver through life, trying to figure shit out, trying to keep it real, trying to do what's right, trying to pay cash, trying to stay away from soy products.
And
What else,
margarine.
Jackie?
Lose the
We're-
margarine.
Stay away from the margarine, stay away from the plastic, stay
I'm
away
begging
from
you.
soda, stay away from the fast food.
Yeah.
You know, Clint Eastwood, he eats. So what he says is he doesn't eat for pleasure, which is hard, you know, especially in this society. I mean, I grew up in the industry where people are going out to eat for pleasure, you know, but he does
Yes.
not eat for pleasure. So he eats a lot of fish and rice, just survival, you know, just nutrients. That's all he puts in his body is nutrients.
Okay.
Even if you're not going to do that 100% of the time, it's a given, right? You might, it's a given though, that you probably are not going to, But at least if you're striving for that, to eat right and to look out for these things, you're making a difference.
Sure.
If you're just slugging it and you're living on the couch and you're jumping up in your sweats, well, I mean, I'll wear like some comfy pants out once in a while, but if that's all I'm in all the time
Comfy pants.
and I'm rolling down to pick up my 2 liter of Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
my 12-pack of Taco Bell, my, just to go back and sit on my couch, then
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Cook a meal, people. Cook a meal.
Cook a meal, drink some clean water, eat some antioxidants, some proper antioxidants, get some cardio.
Get your cash on.
Get your cash on. Like and share the stuff that we post. Be telling your friends.
Yes, thank you.
Stay informed. Get informed. And yeah, read the Bible. Read
There
Ezra.
you go.
Mhm.
Read Ezra. Better than
It's
Ezra.
better. It's better.
He's
Be
See
good.
you next time. You too.
Next time. Laters.
Later.